Welcome. Today we understand the thin cylinder. So first thing, what is meant by cylinder? Cylinder is a mechanical device which used to store or receive the fluid. Okay. So there are different types of cylinder. One is pressure vessel, hydraulic cylinders, storage cylinders. So these are the cylinders. So today we study the thin cylinder. In the thin cylinder, if the diameter, it's the internal diameter by thickness, wall thickness, that will be the greater than 20. So this cylinder is called the thin cylinder. If the diameter means the internal diameter of the cylinder and the divided by thickness is less than 20, so this cylinder is called thick cylinder. In GATE exam, we deal with only thin cylinder, not with the thick cylinder. So that's why we not study thick cylinder, we only study the thin cylinder. So it's the basic parameter to identify the thin or thick cylinder. So first thing, it is the topic of the sum. We know that in the sum we mainly deal with the stresses. So that's why here we have to find the stresses. There are two stresses appear in this cylinder. So this is a cylinder which having the Pi as the internal pressure. Sigma T is called a circumferential stress. Di which is the internal diameter. T will be the wall thickness. Wall thickness is this denoted. L will be the length of this cylinder. So first thing we find, that is the circumferential stress. So circumferential stress. So to find the circumferential stress, we have to equate the forces. So first thing, this Pi force, it's a pressure, so that will be the Pi into, it's acting on this circle, that's why we multiply Pi di into L, means this diameter and the whole length. So Pi di into L. So that will be the one force, and that will equate with sigma T, this sigma T, and is acting on this surface. Okay, and is throughout this length. So that's why we give 2T into L. Why 2T? Because here is one thickness and one thickness here. So that's why 2T. This L and L get cancelled. So our equation becomes Pi di equal to sigma T into 2T. So to find the sigma T, 2T moves in this side. So that gives sigma T is equal to Pi di upon 2T. So this is the formula for the circumferential stress. Now we study the how to find the longitudinal stress. Now we find the longitudinal stress. So longitudinal stress, for that we have this cylinder diagram. Here Pi is the internal diameter, internal pressure. Sigma L is a longitudinal stress, is acting on this portion. So that's why second will be the longitudinal stress. To find the longitudinal stress, we have to again equate the forces. So here it's Pi1 pressure, so that is acting on this circle, because here is the circle 1, so that's why it's acting on that. So Pi into pi by 4 di square equal to sigma L. Sigma L acting on this portion. Okay, so that's why that will be sigma L into pi di into T. Okay, means this is thickness and this diameter and the pi. So here di get cancelled, pi get cancelled, and the equation becomes pi di by 4 equal to sigma L into T. So to find sigma L, we transfer T on this side, so that will use sigma L equal to Pi di upon 4T. So this is the longitudinal stress for the thin cylinder, and we know that it's a circumferential stress, that will be the Pi di upon 2T. So from these two equations we know that sigma T is 2 times sigma L. If we multiply this by 2, we get the sigma T. So that is the equation. Means sigma T is 2 times the sigma L. Means it is the more stress produced in the circumferential. When designing the thin cylinder, we use this formula to find the thickness or to find the stresses. Okay, to find the thickness, we transfer this T on this side. So that gives T equal to Pi di upon 2 sigma T. So this is the formula to find the thickness or the wall thickness of the thin cylinder. That's all in the thin cylinder.